close my damn eyes in a tent, a pup tent around her fucking eyes. I said, now that's okay. I'm gonna be busy that week working on my thing, and I don't want to go. We need to bond and get to know each other. No, And, well, can we come by the house? And I dropped by there. I think you should know the girl. You gonna be that girl? I said, I'm not no grandmama, honey. I ain't nobody grandmama. I don't have no grandkids. Well, you need to know them, and you can work with Jake to teach him how to talk. And I just really, I know you won't hurt him. I ain't mean what I say about you molesting your child and all that. I know you won't do that. Can I just let Jacob come by? I think you really like him. He like you, and you can really work with him because I don't have time to work with him. I'm too busy. I need to do my readings. I need to do my work. I need to do my videos. I don't have time for all that.
Damn.
And I told her, oh, yeah, so she didn't have time to teach him how to read, honey, and teach him how to talk. She's like, but I know you can do it.
God damn. She said she put YouTube videos over teaching her son's mental development. God
She said
damn.
it's too much, and she knows she done let that boy do so much and get away with so much and not train him. He done got too goddamn old. He about 3-4 years old. And you got to try to do for a 3-year-old what should have been started doing for him when he was 6 months old. Earlier than that, really. But you should start working with him on talking and making sounds and shit when he was 6 months old all the way up, every day working with that child. And then you haven't done that, and it's too stressful. And every time he wants something, I could hear him screaming so loud. She would have to get off the phone because she could not control that child. That child controls her, and he screams, and he throws a tantrum whenever it's something that he wants. And so you don't want to face what you have created. Now you want to try to dump her. That child not going to be able to do well in school. Here he don't have to be in school yet. He's like 5. Like 6 years to be in kindergarten by law. But if that child is 5 and 6 years old and still can't talk and can't wipe his ass, he's not going to be able to be successful in school. They're not going to be able to teach him. He's going to have to go into remedial class where he just sit there and grit and growl and break and chew on the razor and shit all the day. I don't know what the fuck he can do.
Damn. That's cold-blooded. So now and in her head, when she was talking to you, she was able to justify his delay by just simply saying that she just rather do other stuff than be a mother.
She kept saying he fell on the steps, and I said, take him to a therapist, get speech at least you get a few times every day, or for a few hours every day. If you take him to a therapist, you'll have a few hours free to do what you need to do if it's stressful. That's what you should do. There are a lot of museums here. There's an aquarium here. There are a lot of things to do for children. You should start getting him integrated with other children of his age, but he should go to therapy for a few hours a day so that child can learn, he can find out what's wrong with him. That's what I suggested for her to do. And then start to if it's a problem, can they fix it, or is this a lifetime difficulty he has? Is it a neurological difficulty? There's some type of deficiency. Does he have autism? Whatever it is, it needs to be a proper diagnosis and see what the treatment is. Set up a protocol. She would not do it, and I knew that when I asked her to take him to a therapist, she would always want to bring him here so that she could try to establish get in my house and establish a connection with me, thinking that was going to bring her closer to her goal. See, it looks to me like she's the type of maniac at the end justifies the means. So if I have to hurt, if I have to lie, trick, steal, kill, or borrow, I'm going to do that to get to what I want. And I don't care who I have to hurt in the process. That's what she looks like to me. So she said all that stuff about me, and well, I didn't mean it. Well, I know you were sleeping with him. Can you just won't forgive me for that? Can you just let all of that go now and forgive me so that we can move past it and get Tina big fat ass out of our business and Tina's too big to be in the video. I have always wanted to be in the Nero's video myself. I think I would be very good in the video to replace Tina.
Damn. And so how did you stomach that? Like, when her whole thing was making all these advances to your son, like, how were you able to, how did that roll over for you?
When she first came to me, I could tell. I said, Jamila, you have a psychological problem. I don't even know you, but I can feel it in the spirit. And you have a mental problem. You need to get some help. You're not for my son. That's not going to happen for you. And she got mad. I told her that in 2014, it's not going to happen for you. He just get out of prison. He getting his life together. He's a baby. Even though he's chronologically grown, he's not grown in other areas. He needs to get himself together. He has a lot of lessons, and I am going to teach him. I'm going to help him and groom him so that he can eventually handle his own money, handle his own affairs, handle his own business, handle his own bitches. But at this point, he's not ready for that. You too goddamn old for him. You crazy as a motherfucker. I can see that speak. You have a psychological problem. I told her that. And she said, I know what I was talking about. Oh, no, we've been talking. That's my soulmate. He is my soulmate, and I am his soulmate. We have already decided that, and we're going to be together. I said, well, I don't, he didn't tell it to me, so that I know it's a motherfucking lie, because he tell me every motherfucking thing. We friends as well as his mama. There's certain things I don't want to know about, and you know what I'm saying, but most of the things, because this pertains to business, because if he starts fucking somebody like you, and you get pregnant by him, you're going to fuck with my business. So it's my business to know who he's fucking with, who he's thinking about fucking with, because you're a fucking problem that I'm not going to have. You'd be a bad investment. And I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. The answer's motherfucking no. And I told her that, and then she gonna go behind my back and keep trying to lure down here so that she can get in the dog cage. We have a pit bull. She wanted to get in the dog cage, let him chain her, beat her. I want him to get another girl so that they can take turns and she can eat her pussy while he fuck her all in. Okay. They can take turns freaking. She won't eat her pussy for him, and then let him eat a pussy, and then want him to fuck her all in her asshole. She gonna pay him it out, pussy, ass, and mouth, and see he can have another bitch to do it with him, because I guess she thought that was Black Rampage. They think every man, that's his weakness. Well, all I gotta do is say I'm gonna come suck his dick and give him some pussy. He gonna do, and then she stole the money. Well, I'll pay you to let me come down there for. How about that? And he still saying no. She tried to give me money to give to him. What I did was I did a reading for her, and I made a hair care product for her and sent it to her so that we had an even exchange. Because then she tried to say that we used her and played it for money. I didn't play it. I didn't even give it to him. I kept it because I saw I'm a woman. I know what you're trying to do, girl. You trying to get to that dick. And it's my job to not let you get to it. I know you went no damn good. And I told her that wasn't going to happen for her. So now she tried to apologize the past couple of months, few months ago. Apologize, you ain't mean that, but I really, you got to keep Tina away. We got to just forget about Tina. We got to go on with our life now. It's all in the past. And I need you to set up a visit for me. Can you just set up a phone call for me? Fuck Tina. Fuck that this your girl on a rampage about Tina.
Hey. So she went up to that jail. Did she ever talk to you about her experience up there?
No, because I was told by my son. She denied it at first. She said it was a lie. Then my son told me, and they all saw it. They filmed it. That shit is on film when you go in there. And how the police pulled her to the side. And he said that she was looking homeless and real raggedy with that nappy wig on. And she was trying to grin and talk to him. She I don't know if she didn't eat her Wheaties. I don't know what made her feel like a Aretha Franklin baby. She felt like a natural woman, honey, because she thought she was going to go up, above, and around the queen. She thought she was going to go around me and show me that she's Chaka Khan. She every goddamn woman. So I guess I don't know if that dope told her that. I don't know if that demon or Collie told her that. But she going to prove something to me, see. So she goes behind my back and got made up that gave, and he handed her ass, and them police cars, ma'am, could you come here? And they let her know, see, she talk shit, but she really not that goddamn crazy. crazy. All that shit she talking, somebody got to put money on this book. You don't know what's on this book, bitch. You're not close to him like that, bitch. He ain't asked you one time for no money. He asked Tina to ask nobody for no goddamn money, bitch. And like he already said, you don't make his pockets tingle anyway, bitch, because you're not hitting them pockets. I gave him money, I did this. Black Rampage, she sent him money one time this year. She sent him $100. I didn't know until after she did, because my son said, who put $100 on my book? Because you usually get the name. She used another person's name. So we didn't know who it was. We just knew somebody did it. We're in July, Rampage. You tell me, can an inmate live off $100 for 7 months?
What the fuck is $100? Nobody, $100 ain't shit no more than nowhere.
You know, you would need that for a couple of weeks or maybe a month, depending on what you buy. You know, but along with toiletries, that's gone in a month. So she tell me, I did this. She trying to act like every month she been putting $100 on his book. She did that one time in 2016, and that was, 3, 4 months ago? And then she gets out and like, Tina ain't did this, I'm doing this, I'm holding down. No, she's not. She has nothing to do with this. And she's acting out. Everybody gets a receipt when they send money online. Why is she going to do a video and show a receipt for every month, Black Rampage, that she have put money on his book? Because I'm telling you, it has not happened. He would have told me if she did. They get a list. Every time something's deposited on their book, they get a notice. Every time you drop it, you get an instant receipt. If you go in there to do it on the premises, or if she got money orders, a check, whatever, she has these receipts. So she can easily prove that I'm lying about what I'm saying right now. She acts like she just, she's just a boss bitch, and she handling her home, handling her 4 kids, which we know she don't, and she's holding down a man that has don't know her, won't even have a cyber business. That's why I told her, get off this computer love shit. Bitch, you is not Roger and goddamn Shirley Murdoch. Bitch, you don't have that keyboard that synthesizer in your fucking lifetime. Came in and out. Bitch, you are not Roger. Bitch, leave it alone. Because even Rampage, when you go to the jail down here, you have to sit through a computer screen. You don't even get to see them in person. She's trying to still connect to a goddamn computer.
Hey, So did she ever talk to you about the $150,000 a year she's breaking in on with her website and shit? Did she ever talk to you about that?
Okay, it goes from 100 to 200,000 to selling $1 million homes. You know what? See, I can't really. I'm gonna bust out laughing about that too. You know that's a goddamn lie. Because why does she wear them same ragged ass clothes and wear that same hairstyle, that same old hair in her goddamn head? It basically look like she's been up on that pipe all night. And then it look like you said them plastic chairs in there, that plastic table in there, and then that boy, I saw that video she did talking about Tina lying and she holding down in jail. I thought that was a nappy head woman back there cooking. Until I kept looking and I said, that's her son back there. She looked like an old woman, an old black woman with a jogging suit on, like a white, was it a red pantsuit he got on back there in the back with his hair sticking up? If she make that kind of money, why that young man look like a girl with a nappy afro with that red jogging suit on like that, like he was looking in that refrigerator for some food? If you make that kind of money, it's something that don't add up. Because that boy looked like, and he was sweeping. She had him in there doing womanly chores. It don't make no sense. You have reduced him. You've emasculated him. And then she told me he was a closet homosexual. But you got this boy in there cooking like a woman, stirring a pot like a woman, sweeping like a bitch, organizing your refrigerator and shit like a bitch. Got his hair growed out like a bitch, got like a little stomach. I literally thought it was a fat young woman back there on that stove cooking and cleaning up in there.
God damn. So when you talk to your son, like when this first started happening, when when she first showed interest and basically had made you guys both targets of her obsession, what was his initial impression? Like, before he knew she was full-blown retard, how did he feel initially?
Black Rampage, he talked to her, and my son is charming, so he'll tell a 70-year-old woman that's bent over on a stick that she looked nice and I'll open the door for her. That's just how he is, unless you make him mad or something. He's going to be polite to all women. He makes them feel special. So he was flirting with her, he was complimenting her. But then she started saying that she wants to come down here and meet. And that was only after talking to him, a couple of weeks. It might have been just a couple of days. It wasn't even 2 weeks. And he said, well, Ma, she's really not my type. I'll be nice to her. If she comes in and I happen to see her, I'll be.
Jalen is about this is on Tina Turner's live. She got Alexis K. Tyler and Chris on the show. Alexis K. Tyler's exposing Jamila.
Be nice to her, he said, but I don't want to go out of my way and set up a meeting. I don't want to bring her to the house. I don't want to have sex with her. I'm not going to bring her here. I'm not asking you to send for her either, because I would do that, if we knew the woman that he liked, and if we liked her too, and we wanted her to be in the video, or if he was dating her, he was the type of young man that he would ask me, my mother, and my grandmother, because, our family's dominated by women. I mean, we have men in the family, but the women basically, how they, I don't know, maybe you do know how they go, Black Rampage, if the family got a lot of strong women in there and you bring a woman in there, if they don't like her, they're going to let you know. Even if you decide to be with her, you know that you ain't going to be able to bring her to every event with them women around. Especially if it's the mama, the grandmama, the dominant women, you're going to have hell. So they knew we were going to inspect them. So he was like, no, I don't want you to do that, because he said, I can't see her whole body. She was showing him up, top shot, like from chest up, with her breast pushed up, and he liked big breasts, so he was looking at her breast, but then he said her face was kind of, throwed off like. So he said, I don't really like her. She's not my type, Mama, but, she got nice titties, got big titties, and then she called me, and I said, why are you showing him pictures from the chest up? And I saw her videos when she had just had that baby. She was real fat with that long stomach. She said she didn't want him to see her that way, because when she came to Atlanta, she was going to lose weight. So she told told me not to give him her real YouTube channel, Divine Mommy, and she was lying to him while she was taking some type of pill to try to make herself shit all the time so she could hurry up and lose the weight. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She started off very deceptive from the motherfucking get-go. But what she didn't know was, which he didn't say that to her, though, he wasn't interested in her like that. He didn't ask her to come here. She was being the man about this shit. She was being the aggressor, and it was all tied around the introduction of, let me suck your dick. That's how she started off. That's how she came at him. Yeah.
So when she talks to you, when she talks about your son, is she always that sexually explicit? Is she that graphic?
Like Rampage, she told me that she was so hot for him that she wanted to meet me. She always, admired me, wanted to meet me. But she said she was going to try to meet my son and contain herself. But the first thing she wanted to do when she got here was pull her drawers down and go in there and fuck him and let him come in her. She said it's just something about it when she in love with a man. She likes for them to come in her and just walk around with just cum up in her and just running out, leaking out of her ass without washing it out. Yes, that's what she said. She wanted him to come in her so she could just walk around just full of cum. I couldn't believe she said that to me.
Have you ever heard, like, in all your years, you ever heard a woman, like, even say some shit like that?
No. I didn't know. I'm sure a lot of women feel that way, but you gonna tell me that's what you want to do to my son. He don't know you. He ain't trying to get with you. I asked him about what you said. He said he's not your soulmate. He's not in love with you. He's not dying to meet you. He don't want to have sex with you. So then that's when she started offering him the money to screw. She tried to give it to me to give to him.
But So, I mean, did she even with her little, donations to the Nero cause? I mean, did she really think that was like she was laying down some heavy bread to really, and sweeten the deal, or what was your thoughts on that, or what are your thoughts on that? I guess.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why I wanted to hear from you as a man. Maybe she thought because he was young that he wasn't used to anything, and he's used to money. He's used to big money. He's been around it. He's seen it. I mean, yeah, people, in our family, it's just, and he has friends. I mean, we used to all the luxury cars down here in Atlanta. I don't know what she thinks, luxury homes, hanging with the balls. I mean, it's not even, I really don't discuss it. It's not really worth discussing, but I don't know if she thought because he was young that he wasn't used to nothing, or because he got out of jail that he had never seen nothing or had nothing in life. What's $100 to us?
Damn.
I mean, I've seen women, and it's not that my son likes older women. So when you keep saying overall, it's really not about that at all. Because last year, before he got locked up, he was out when Jamila got here. She got a hotel room and sent him a picture with a bra and panties on. He declined. He refused to come and see her at the hotel. So it's not like when she got here he was arrested. He wasn't. He was free when she got here, and he refused to set up any meetings with her. And then it was older women that would come by. I'm talking about older women with fat booties, nice breasts, good jobs, got plenty of money in their pocket, riding Benzes, trucks and shit. They would just tell him, get your clothes on. I want some dick. Get in a ride. And we're all gonna shop. They come back home. So I'm serious. New shoes, no clothes. I'm talking about not no $100. No shoes, socks. I'm talking the whole fucking outfit. Pants, belt, trousers, t-shirts, shirts, jackets, fresh haircut, hats to match the shit. I mean, so if you're going to be an older bitch, be a boss-ass bitch about this shit. These weren't raggedy older. These women that ain't 40. So they were older than her.
Damn.
Picking him, rolling up in the Benzo, picking him up. Bitch, liberty waist, little bitty teenage titties. Nipples shooting to the fucking stars. Little fat round ass, bitch, 46, 47 motherfucking years old. Blonde hair, no gray. Jewelry. Riding him around, he ain't got to have no money. Bitch got back. I'm talking about, this is what I saw. Is that what I heard?
And so she expected him to cash all that in for a bitch that's 40 years old, lies about being 40, a bitch that's overweight.
Well, her mom said she's 39. She said she really just turned 39, but she's close to 40. So that's really not the issue. A lot of men now don't care about a woman being older. It's about how you look and how you carry yourself and whatever. If you got whatever it is they want, either they want a sugar mama or they just want some pussy or they might want to give you some. It depends on what the negotiation is. There's a lot of young men that are now dating older women, even having serious relationships with older women. So that's not all it was. It was the other factors that you've been mentioning, along with all them different children she harassed all they daddies. Ain't none of them with her. None of them wanna be with her. She's a lunatic. And she's a bad parent. And he saw how she raised her children, and he couldn't believe when she said, when he walked through the door, her little boy was going to start talking back. But he said, I am not nobody's Messiah. He said, I am not Captain Save-A-Hole. He said, see, that's what bothers me. I would never have a child with somebody that would do my child that way, and she's doing hers that way. Why would I want to have a child with a bitch like that?
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I guess for me, by me being 35, a woman older than me, because he's older for him. He's in his 20s, so 10 years would be around my age. But I'm looking at it as far as people in my peer group. An old woman. Regardless, sooner or later you're gonna roll off of an old woman and look at the ceiling and say, "Damn, I just fucked an old bitch." And so that's when it'll be undesirable.
Well, that's everybody's opinion, because it depends on what the so-called old bitch look like.
Well, you know what? There is a
so all young men don't feel like you feel.
Well, no. Like I said, I no longer consider myself a young man because I'm closer to the end than the beginning. But like I said, that was just how I was thinking, because I know when I talk to my homeboys, it's definitely different. But now, how's he doing right now? How's his spirits? You know, how's he feeling?
You know, he's not really that great. You know, because of where he is. I talked to him yesterday. His spirits are good. He's very strong, but he don't want nothing to do with her. He don't want to hear from her. He has to focus on dealing with what's ahead of him, and we're all focusing on that, and we're all praying for him, and we're all concerned, you know, for him. We're not thinking about her. She's the least about concern. That's why I don't understand why she keeps talking about Tina, and Tina needs to move on, and Tina needs to stop thinking this man want her, and Tina ain't going to be in the video because Tina ain't going to lose the weight. Okay, but the bottom line is he still don't want you, though. He still don't want to talk to you. He don't care how much weight you lose. He never told me to put you in the video. He never mentioned you as any type of contender, a top contender, or the last resort if we couldn't get nobody. Jamila was never mentioned to be on the show. It was just or any video or hanging out with him or being seen with him or going out to dinner with him, Black Rampage. It was just never. It never came up in the conversation. He never saw her as attractive enough to be on his team. I mean, child, like I said, even the older women are fine down here and got it going on and don't look old and still got their bodies intact and doing what they got to do to hold their motherfucking self down. But shit, these young girls that he hang with, them girls got bodies for days, honey, and legs for days. Some of them might not have no big old booty, but they got a cute little body and cute little perky titties and long legs. The one ain't got long legs, short and thick with big old asses. I mean, with no stomach. Ain't none of them got no stomach. And so it's like, I mean, they walk around here butt naked. You know, where they just fuck him, and he ain't got to give him nothing but just some hard dick. And he ain't got to have no bubble gum. Just straight dick and conversation. Why would he choose her?
Yeah.
You get anything you want down here.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I never understood that her logic. But see, a lot of women don't play the game fair. They look at it as whatever they want, they have a shot at it, and they don't try to improve themselves. Like if a woman says to a man, hey, you're fat, a man will say, hey, I need to lose weight, let me lose this weight. But a woman tries to shame a man into a relationship that they don't really want, and they feel like they don't have to change. Like she never thought about let me be competitive with the women that he has. You know, I need to get my money up, I need to get in shape, I need to look good, because she's got to offset having these four. She's been pregnant 5 times, 4 kids, 3 different men. You know what I'm saying? Like those are terrible statistics. And
but you know what? My son was dating a girl at the time. Jamila started harassing the girl. She's in her 20s and she had 4 young children. So it wasn't even that. Just that's what I'm saying. Certain things we were even willing to accept. But the girl was so sweet, and she was sweet to him. We let the kids come up to the house. I was willing to babysit them and spend time with them with her because she was such a sweetheart. She had a good heart. You know, and she was down with us and went through a lot of things with us and went through a lot of things with him. So that's not, I won't even say that turned us off. This fucker crazy, and she's a filthy, disgusting ass liar. The stuff she said about me, I would never forgive, and we knew that she would cause my child hell if he ever had a mutt by her. We already know she's not cute to me either, so the child would have a lower chance of being attractive. This bitch ugly. And then on top of that, you have a mental problem. So we have to deal with a little bad, crazy motherfucker running around here like you. No. We don't care how much money she had. We didn't want a fucking dime from her, because look at what she did to us with the $100 that I had to give her products and services for. Look at the $100 she gave me this year. You got to get on video and tell everybody you gave fucking $100, but you won't say it was just $100 over the past 7 months. You trying to act like you've been fucking taking care of him, and you the only one holding him down like his mama. Nobody else cares about him but you. And so we didn't want no fucking dollars from this bitch. We want children. Bitch, just take your funky ass on. Take your long cock, long nipple line, black ring around the eye, raccoon looking ass on. Because you have done so much damage. We don't even want to know your funky ass. There's no one we're going to open the doors to let you in. You did all this stuff to get our attention. Now you think you're going to apologize and walk in the fucking door? Bitch, I will embalm this whore before I let her walk in my door.
Damn.
Hey, so when you guys would talk and you would offer like just life advice,
she didn't want. She didn't want it.
Oh, she never took heed to
it.
Nothing.
Want it because she said she don't have no problems, honey. It wasn't nothing I could tell her. When I tell about vagina power, she thinks vagina power is opening your ass up and sucking a cock till you drop. And spreading your motherfucking rectum after you done took some preparation H to cool your hemorrhoids down. You can take all kind of dicks up in your ass. That's all she thought she needed.
God damn. Hey, it's 1:00. You wanna call the guest?
Hold on, let me try.
Goddamn chat room.
Talia, you want to do a hangout? Cause there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I want to do at least like a 5-6 hour hangout. Shit, I don't got shit to do. Let me know if you want to do a hangout, Queen. Yeah, you're right. Jamila is a broke ass hoe stalking a dude.
A lot of dick suckers here. I got Kevin. He won't get off my nuts. I got Quiet Storm, another nobody stand, faceless, talentless hack. You don't have no content, you or Crown Royal, just a bunch of losers that's talking a lot of shit, man, that don't offer anything to this world, gonna die alone, gonna die unloved, and be buried in an unmarked grave, man. That's your fate. So get off my nuts. Eva, today, this has not been a good week for you, Eva. You have had it fucked up. So now that you got squeezed for that mic and all that other shit, man, how do you feel? I saw you went live. I'm pretty sure it was terrible, but you can tell how you feel right here in this chat, because you really don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Okay, so call back my 15 minutes. Yeah. If I get sooner, I'll call you. Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, Jamila. I already know Jamila's still talking shit about Alexis K. Tyler. She keeps stalking that man and his mama. All right, Queen, I'm going to set it up after this one. I'm about to get ready to wrap this up with this one. I'm going to set up a hangout.
Hello?